Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the Commissioner Board. Bruce Patterson, Garwood, New Jersey. There's resolutions 811 to 818. These are modifying the budget. They total approximately $12.2 million. I'm not asking for details on each of these resolutions. I guess, but a general question. With the approved budget that we had of $513.7 million, I would assume this is actually additive to our budget. It's a pass-through, I know, but it's actually additive to our budget, so now our total budget number should be about $525 million. Reso 824 gives Community Access Unlimited of Elizabeth $100,000 for youth and community programs for 6 months. I don't know if someone gave a detail of what that is. If they did, I guess give a detail again for the public. And I guess my question is, actually this period is actually half over that now you're voting on this monies. Reso 829 is addressing Collier's Engineering of Red Bank with just an account number change to Resolution 749. Looking at 749, September 14th, it gives Collier's $42,000 for engineering services for someone else to do some hydro raking of various ponds. By coincidence, on September 6th, 1 week before, Scotch Plains awards Collier's a contract for design and inspection for someone to do debris removal at Ashbrook Drive and Cellar Avenue Bridge for a sum of $34,000. There's a perceived conflict with Commissioner Mirabella will be voting on this contract, yet as Scotch Plains Township Manager, he set up the contract to Collier's over there. I'm not saying anything is really fishy, just that this leaves a question of how these two contracts came about. But by the way, Collier's donated $9,600 the last 4 years to your county crony campaigns. Reso 833 gives Ron Lee Realty $3,200,000 for a 5-year lease, 40 Parker Road. I thought the county owned 40 Parker Road, but I may be mistaken if that could be corrected. The issue I see is this proposed county complex that ended up in legal limbo didn't turn into a legal disaster. This cost would have not been incurred. So if this is so, the blame falls squarely on UCIA Chair Finance Director Bibby Taylor and County Manager Oatman. Reso 839 is for $1 million for Kids Recreation Trust for the towns. That was very nice that Robert put together the video. But the latest audit showed $139 million free cash on hand. I think it'd be nice if instead of having the towns do a 100% match to the monies and have the taxpayers have to pay this extra money just to get their extra money back, I think you should cover all these costs at 100% from this free cash that you have. That's my suggestion. Reso 846 and 847 is collective bargaining agreements with Teamsters Local 469 plus the Supervisors Association. Last December, you gave out 8%, 9%, 11%, 18% raises to your favored people. Please detail for the public what these groups have received in salary increments for the years noted and any benefit changes. Reso 850 gives developmental directions of Rawway $340,000 for consulting services for 1 year. The program is home improvement and senior home grants that you mentioned. This looks like is now being done in-house because they're only a consultant. They used to do administrative services. $340,000 is a wild number if it's just consulting. Please detail to the public what exactly they are doing. 855 is upping Hatfield's legal costs to $50,000 for representing the county for the continuing lawsuit of ex-Union County Prosecutor Lindsay Rotolo, where Gleason is the plaintiff. Sadly, this is the gift that keeps on giving, or actually keeps on taking from the taxpayers since Rotolo has moved on. I stood here nearly 2 years ago telling you Lindsay Rotolo, as county prosecutor, was a train wreck and you had to get rid of her. Luckily, you finally listened, and which I thank you for that since she moved on. As her legacy, she leaves so much baggage behind. The problem with this county is you have no real track record of expertise in picking all these disasters. Where you could select people from within the departments, you decide to pick your own buddies with patronage and who really show no true value for the position. We look no further than Bibby Taylor, who you put in as the UCAA chair, and the disaster of the bidding for the proposed county complex, possibly costing $30 million. We already see the $3 million waste in Reso 833. Your buddy, ex-freeholder Sullivan.
Mr. Bergen, your time is up.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Just one last thing. Sergio Granados came recognized as a distinguished alumni, and I wish him luck in that and congratulations. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. The floor is still open, and we'll answer all the questions once we're done with public comment.